Have you ever realized that the way you bathe after the age of 70 could turn into deadly habits that quietly shorten your life? As surprising as it sounds, how you handle hot water, how long you soak, or even when you choose to bathe can quietly become life-threatening. When you're younger, your body recovers more easily from sudden changes. But after 70, those same habits can overwhelm your heart, brain, and circulation without warning. That's why it's so important to recognize the hidden dangers many seniors overlook. In this article, we'll dive into 6 daily bathing habits that people over 70 must avoid. Because these simple mistakes can quietly shorten your life. From water temperature to how long you stay in the tub, every detail matters more than you realize. Blank. Habit 1. Bathing in water that is too hot. One of the most dangerous habits for people over 70 is slipping into water that's far hotter than it should be. At first, the warmth might feel soothing on your joints or muscles. But beneath that comfort, your heart and blood vessels are being pushed into overdrive. When water is excessively hot, your blood pressure can rise or fall sharply, forcing your heart to work harder than it's able to handle at this stage of life. This sudden strain has been linked to heart attacks, strokes, and episodes of fainting that can turn a relaxing soak into a serious emergency. Imagine a man in his early 70s named Robert, who enjoys winding down with a steaming bath each night. He thinks the heat helps him sleep, but he doesn't realize that his body is no longer adjusting to extreme temperatures as it did in his 40s or 50s. One evening, after just 10 minutes in very hot water, he suddenly feels lightheaded, his vision blurs, and he collapses against the side of the tub. What seemed like a comforting habit nearly became a tragedy. As we age, our skin thins, blood vessels lose elasticity, and the heart itself becomes more sensitive to rapid changes. While younger adults can often tolerate higher temperatures, seniors are far more vulnerable to the stress it creates. The extreme heat dilates blood vessels in the skin, drawing blood away from vital organs and leaving less available for the brain and heart. The result can be dizziness, fainting, or a sudden fall, which inside a bathroom can have devastating consequences. What's important to understand here is that the danger isn't always immediate or dramatic. Sometimes the harm builds quietly over time. Regularly soaking in hot water can slowly weaken the heart and worsen circulation problems. The safer approach is to use warm, not scalding, water and to take the time to ease your body into it. Instead of plunging right in, this gives your circulation a chance to adapt without overwhelming your system. Habit 2. Staying in the bath for too long. Another habit that can be far more dangerous than it appears is remaining in the tub well past the point of comfort. Many older adults enjoy the feeling of lingering in warm water, believing that a long soak helps soothe pain and calm the mind. While that may be true in the beginning, the longer you stay immersed, the more strain you place on your circulation, hydration, and balance. Over time, your body starts to lose fluids. Your blood pressure drops, and your energy wanes, leaving you vulnerable to dizziness or sudden weakness. Think about a woman in her late 70s named Eleanor, who loves her evening bath. She often reads a magazine or listens to music while soaking for nearly an hour. One night, after a long soak, she tries to stand up, but feels her legs wobble beneath her. Her head spins, her hands tremble, and she slips. Trying to step out, she survives the fall, but suffers bruises and fear that linger for weeks. As we age, our bodies regulate heat and fluid differently than they once did. What feels like a soothing soak can actually be draining vital hydration, leaving you tired and off balance. Your blood vessels expand, your blood pressure shifts, and suddenly you're at risk of fainting or collapsing before you can reach safety. The danger becomes very real the moment you try to move. Limiting your bath to a shorter, safer period, 15 to 20 minutes at most, protects your body while still giving you the comfort you desire. Setting a timer or keeping track of the clock ensures you don't lose yourself in the moment and drift into danger. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Habit 3. Bathing right after eating a meal. One habit that often goes unnoticed but carries serious risk is heading straight into the bath right after finishing a meal. When you eat, your body directs blood flow toward your stomach and digestive system, working hard to break down the food you've consumed. If you step into the bath during this time, the heat and immersion draw blood away from the stomach, creating a struggle between circulation and digestion. The result can be dizziness, nausea, weakness, and even fainting. Consider a man named Frank, who at 74 often eats a hearty supper and then takes a bath to unwind. He believes the hot water calms him, but one evening, less than 20 minutes after finishing his meal, he slips into the tub. Soon after, he feels his chest tighten and his stomach twist uncomfortably. What seemed like a harmless routine turned into a frightening reminder that timing is everything. After eating, the digestive system demands increased blood flow, but the bath pulls circulation toward the skin and muscles instead. For younger adults, the body may compensate, but for seniors, circulation is slower. The heart is less adaptable, and blood pressure can swing unpredictably. These swings may cause dizziness, sudden fatigue, or even trigger more severe events like fainting or a stroke. A safer approach is to allow your body ample time to process food before stepping into the bath. Waiting at least 1 to 2 hours after a meal gives your digestive system space to work properly, while reducing the risk of dizziness or accidents. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Habit 4. Abruptly entering the tub without adjusting to the water temperature. Another habit that poses a hidden threat is stepping into the bath too quickly without first letting your body adjust to the water temperature. For people over 70, sudden shifts in temperature can shock the nervous system, forcing the heart and blood vessels to react in ways that are far more dangerous than most realize. Whether the water is hotter than expected or unexpectedly cool, the rapid change can trigger irregular heartbeats, dizziness, or even a stroke. What feels like a minor surprise for a younger person can be a serious medical emergency for a senior. Picture a woman named Linda, who at 78 keeps her evenings simple and relaxing. One night, she turns on the tap and fills the tub without testing it carefully, stepping in as soon as the water reaches her knees. The heat hits her all at once, and her body reels from the shock. Her chest tightens, her breathing quickens, and she feels her heart pounding faster than it should. Linda grips the side of the tub, trembling, realizing that something as small as skipping a moment of caution nearly led to disaster. As the body ages, it loses its ability to adapt quickly to sudden physical stress. When you immerse yourself in water that's much hotter or colder than your body expects, it sends your system into panic mode. Blood pressure spikes or plummets, the heart strains to stabilize, and balance falters in an instant. This is why so many bathroom accidents among older adults happen at the very moment of entering the tub, not while already seated inside. Taking time to adjust the water gradually makes all the difference. Allowing your hand, foot, or arm to test the temperature before lowering your entire body gives your circulation the chance to adapt smoothly. By easing into the water instead of rushing, you reduce the sudden shock that can overwhelm your heart and nervous system. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Habit 5. Using heavily scented soaps or strong bath oils. A habit that many overlook, but that can be especially harmful as you age, is the regular use of heavily scented soaps or strong bath oils. These products may give off a pleasant aroma, but for people over 70, they can quietly create more harm than good. Aging skin becomes thinner, more fragile, and far more sensitive than it was in earlier years, meaning chemicals and fragrances can irritate it more easily. What starts as a relaxing bath can quickly lead to itching, rashes, or even breathing difficulties if strong scents overwhelm your system. Take the example of George, A man in his early 80s who enjoyed adding generous amounts of fragrant oil to his bath water. At first it felt luxurious, reminding him of a spa. But over time he noticed his skin drying out and developing red patches. One evening, he also found himself coughing as the steam filled the room with a strong perfume. What he thought was a harmless indulgence was quietly aggravating his skin and straining his lungs. The issue is that many bath products are made with artificial fragrances, alcohol-based preservatives, or other harsh ingredients. While younger adults may tolerate these without trouble, older bodies are less equipped to handle repeated exposure. The skin, being the largest organ, absorbs much of what it touches. And over time this can contribute not only to irritation but also to long-term damage. Safer choices exist and they make all the difference. Unscented or sensitive skin products and natural oils can provide the same comfort without the hidden dangers. __. Habit 6. Bathing alone without safety precautions. One of the most overlooked but critical dangers for people over 70 is bathing alone without preparing for safety. Many seniors enjoy their independence and don't want to feel like they need assistance. But the truth is that the bathroom is one of the most dangerous places in the home. Slippery surfaces, sudden changes in blood pressure, and hidden health risks make every solo bath a potential hazard. When an accident occurs in private, there may be no one nearby to help, and what could have been a minor issue quickly turns into a life-threatening emergency. Imagine Margaret, an 82-year-old woman who prided herself on maintaining her routines without help. One evening, she slipped while trying to step out of the tub after feeling dizzy. She called out, but no one was within earshot. By the time her neighbor found her hours later, she was shivering, shaken, and injured. What might have been a simple stumble became a frightening ordeal because she was alone. The reality is that seniors are far more likely to faint, lose balance, or experience sudden weakness in hot or warm water. Even if you've bathed alone safely for years, your body changes with age. The confidence of routine can create a false sense of security, leading many to believe nothing could go wrong until it does. Simple precautions can make a huge difference. Installing grab bars, using non-slip mats, and keeping a phone or medical alert device within reach provide crucial safeguards. Letting a family member or neighbor know when you're taking a bath can also ensure someone is ready to check in if needed. __. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this article, take a moment to reflect on the 6 habits we've just explored together. Each one might seem small or ordinary at first glance, but as you've seen, they carry risks that can have a profound impact on your health and safety once you're over 70. This isn't about giving up the comfort of a warm bath. It's about protecting your body, respecting its limits, and creating a safer daily routine that allows you to enjoy life with greater peace of mind. By avoiding overly hot water, limiting your time in the tub, waiting after meals, easing into the water, choosing gentle products, and preparing for safety, you're not just making small adjustments. You're building habits that extend your independence and protect your years ahead.